everybody. What we're going to do this morning is make some waffles the old-fashioned way with a recipe that's been passed down from the 1950s to present day with a couple of embellishments along the way. I'm Greg, I'm the dad, and here we go. So I wanted to show the main ingredients for our waffle making adventure this morning. We have already some crushed wheat. This is cracked wheat, cracked red winter wheat, milk, eggs, biscuit. I'm even going to put in a little Quaker oats, extra virgin olive oil. And the first step in the process is to separate eggs into yolks and whites. And so the white part of the egg we're going to put into the mixer because we're going to fluff that up here in just a few minutes. Alright, so what I've done is I've separated the egg white from the egg yolk, and approximately 1 egg per person in the menu. So it's very kind of rough and approximate, but what we're going to do in this separate mixer here is just beat up the egg whites, and then with the egg yolk, we're going to add some milk, and this is all by consistency. I just never really measure this out. So I put some milk in there, and then I'm going to get a whip to whip the milk and the egg. So what we're going to do is stir up the egg yolk and the milk, and then I'm going to start adding some additional ingredients. I'm going to put in about a cup of cracked wheat. Get that all nicely mixed in. And then for a little extra texture and flavor, I'm going to put in a cup of oatmeal. No more than that. And you can omit that item if you don't want the oatmeal in the mix here. And then the secret ingredient, not so secret, is biscuit. We're going to put in a couple of cups of biscuit. And if it starts to get too thick, add a little more milk. I prefer biscuit over other pancake mixes for this kind of general making waffles. Anyway, we want to get it so it's not lumpy. Want to whip it so that everything stirs in pretty nice. Nice and smooth. You see this consistency is maybe just a little too thin, although I like to experiment, and depending upon how your waffle iron works and all, you might decide that you like it at that consistency. Okay, eventually we're going to stir in the egg white that we just beat up in the mixer, but before we do that, there's a couple of really nice little ingredients we're going to add to this. One, and you can put this in earlier in the process, a little bit of vanilla, maybe a teaspoon or so. It's a pretty big mix, so we'll add up a little more. Generally, thinking about it, I've often put the vanilla in right after mixing the egg yolk and the milk together, because I like to watch it swirl around. The pure vanilla, it has a nice reaction with the combination of the milk and the egg yolks, and it gives you a little bit of dynamics going on there. And then just so everything doesn't stick too much to our griddles, we're going to use some extra virgin olive oil and add that to the mix. Maybe no more than a tablespoonful or so, and not much there, just a bit. And that's going to help us out later on when we are putting the waffle mix into the waffle iron. So we're going to get all the egg white put into the... Have you started? Okay, we're going to put the egg white into our bowl. And then when we get this all into the bowl, we're going to just fold it in. We're not going to stir it hard, we're just going to make it so it ends up with a real nice fluffy mixture. And stir from the bottom and just fold everything in. And when it looks like it's sufficiently folded in and the egg white has been all fluffed up, is more kind of more mixed in, then you're all set to start baking. And so I hope you enjoy this waffle recipe. What some people like to do in our family is when bringing the mix into after putting the mix into the waffle iron, is to add some crushed pecans or walnuts and sprinkle that on top of the mixture after applying it to the waffle iron. Some people like to put blueberries in with the mix after they've applied it to the waffle iron, and adds a little extra to the whole thing. So anyway, this is what done looks like. If you look at that, that's what the mixture looks like when it's all ready to go into the waffle iron. And you will enjoy these waffles, I'm sure.